Spurs with pure Coys.
Yes, guys, welcome to Let's Talk Spurs with Pure Coys. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all good. It is going to be apparently the hottest day of the year today. In fact, it's going to be the hottest day of many years today. So, guys, take care out there. If you go out, take care, keep cool, keep hydrated, and yeah, let's get the Friday in one piece. Hopefully, after today, it's going to cool down. I've had to cancel pretty much all my work today. It's just too hot to be cleaning ovens, but it is what it is. Guys, how you all doing? I hope everyone's well. It is starting to heat up, not only with the weather, but on the transfer front, isn't it? Breaking news last night, of course. It is still all rumours. It's still coming out from different journalists that Spurs have agreed a fee with West Ham for Matthias Fernandez. We will see. We will see what happens today. But rumours going around that Spurs have agreed an initial fee with West Ham, albeit verbally. Let's see what happens. Guys, how do we feel about this? Would this be the signing? Would this be a statement signing? Would it be a signing that says we're going places? We are going places. It could be. It could be a signing to say that. Again, we would have to move on. Of course, yesterday we also went out and we signed ourselves a new goalkeeper for next season. Now, this hasn't had the reaction that I thought it would. In fact, it has had the reaction that I thought it would. Complete meltdown in the Tottenham fan base. Guys, how do we feel about this? Dubravka is now the new number 2 at Tottenham Hotspur. He signed yesterday, so that's 4 through the door. Robertson, Senesi, Van Heck, and Dubravka. Defensively now, sorted. We are done defensively. I think it is now going into the midfield, and for me, the most important, the attack. And I think we're in for an exciting summer. Listen, are we going to get all of our targets? Absolutely not. Of course, we're not. But there is a bit of a meltdown in the fan base because we've signed Dubravka. People don't believe, can't believe. What are we signing a backup keeper for? We should be going for first team players all throughout the squad. The way I see it, we have bigger fish to fry in bigger areas. De Zerbi's come out and said Kinski's my number 1. So we don't need to go out and spend lots of money on another keeper. Kinski's the number 1. We bring in an experienced, proven Premier League goalkeeper, and a good one at that. Yes, he's getting on, but he's a good goalkeeper. And I haven't got an issue with it, guys. Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about the signing of Dubravka? Are you okay with it? Like me, listen, I'm not jumping for joy. It's not one that's going to move needles. We're not going to win any titles by signing Dubravka, but it's a good, sensible signing, right? It's a good, sensible signing. We move on. We now go into that midfield, and with the news breaking last night, albeit rumours from different journalists, different sources, that Spurs and West Ham have agreed a verbal deal for Fernandez. It would be a record deal for Spurs. It would be our new record signing. Personally, I think it's fantastic. And we move on. We need more than him, though. We need more than him. Hopefully, we can sign him and another midfielder, and then move on to the attacking area as well. I think we could need 2, 3, 4 players, but we will see. Like I said, it can all be done in one window. So, guys, drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about Dubravka. Let me know how you feel about the possibility of Fernandez coming in. Could it be? It's not another usual. Listen, how many times do we go to relegated sides and snap up their best players? We do it a lot, right? This feels a little bit different because it's not like we're paying 20, 30 million for a relegated player. We're paying up to 85 million for this guy if he comes in. A guy that who's been chased by United. This would be a good statement signing for me. But guys, again, let me know what you think. Let's say hello to the chat. It is all about you already. The heat in here is unbearable. But Pete's in. Pete Chambers says, "Morning, Nige. Hope you're well, mate, and big up the chat. I'm good, buddy. I hope you're well too, and I hope the hangover is now gone. I teach you for drinking on a school night, mate." He also says, "And a very good morning to the lovely Kate. Not sure if Kate's in yet, but I'm sure she would appreciate a good morning." Pete Logan's in. Said, "Morning, Nige, the legend and chat. Big up, everyone. Hope all is well. Big up to you, Logan." He said, "It's crazy. We're after someone who wants Man United. I want players who actually want Spurs, not players that come for the money." Um, I haven't seen that he wants United. I haven't seen that he wants United, Logan. Is this true? And it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. I haven't seen it. What I read is that he wants to stay in London. So it is what it is. Listen, for me, Spurs have to flex their muscles now, and for me, it is all about the money. It's about showing that we have the desire, the money to go out and get these players, even if we're not their first choice. You know, other teams do it, so I get what you're saying. But listen, if we get him and he does well for Spurs, I don't care. And if we looked, I don't know if anyone saw Sava's show last night. They showed the little map. I don't know how to get them up, but he does brilliant things all over the pitch. He's not just, you know, he's not someone who's good at one thing and not so great at others. He's pretty all round, a well-rounded midfielder. So I'll be really happy. And he's only 21, so we're actually signing a youngster as well. But he's a proven youngster. Cookie's in. Send morning, Nige, and all in the chat. Good morning to you, Cookie. I hope you're well, mate. I hope the heat is not too much for you. Listen, it is a bit too much for me. I know when we were on holiday, you love the heat, mate. You like that cooking away, cooking with Cookie. Okay, yeah. So listen, I hope you're well, mate. When Buzz is in, say morning, Nige, and all in the chat. I'll be stunned if this gets over the line. This will be yet another example of an aspect of Levy's legacy that still haunts us. He made us a transfer market patsy. Well, it is time to change, Wembers, isn't it? It is time to change. And we've been told Tottenham are moving different. We're moving better. We're going to be in for these big players. Let's see. Let's see. Listen, we saw it last season. We had bids accepted for Eze. We nearly got Morgan Gibbs White. We had bids accepted for players, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen. That can't happen this season. You know, are we going to get all our targets? Like I said, no, we're not. Of course, we're not. But these big ones, we need to try our best to get over the line. So hopefully we will. Big up to you, Wembers. Pete saying good morning to Logan. Wembers and Cookie, big up, guys. And Cookie saying good morning back. Razzle Dazzle's in, said morning, Nigel. Good morning to you, Razzle. I hope you're well. I hope you're well, mate. And listen, I know you feel the same as me about Dubravka. And Razzle says, no meltdown by me. Give Kinski till January. More to spend elsewhere on the team. This is exactly where I am. You know, Kinski's our number one. He's done nothing to say he shouldn't be, right? He come in, end of last season, and almost single-handedly kept us in the Premier League with his goalkeeping, with his saves. He has to be given a number one spot. We can give him a season. If he's not up to it, then we go and get another keeper in the summer. If he is, we've saved ourselves 40, 50, 60 million on going out buying another keeper. For me, it makes perfect sense. I don't understand the negativity around it. It is what it is. But there you go. Razzle saying big up to Cookie. Tom's in. Tom Kingham saying good morning. Good morning to you, Tom. I hope you're well. And Samuel is in. Samuel says Mateus Fernandez would benefit playing for Manchester United in the Champions League than playing one game a week. Well, listen, that's your opinion, mate. I appreciate that. Listen, it's all how he feels, right? We can sit from the outside and say, why is he not going to a team that's playing Champions League? Well, first of all, United haven't offered the money, right? So we've already been told he's going to be sold to the highest bidder, which I think is absolutely fair. If Man United don't offer the money, he's not going to go there. So Spurs apparently are ready to put the bid in, are ready to offer the money, have agreed a fee. He wants to stay in London. Listen, it's not all about. He's 21 years old. He's got plenty of time to play in the Champions League, And the way Spurs could be moving, who's to say in the next couple of years that won't be at Tottenham, right? Who's to say? I get what you're saying, Samuel. I really do. But for me, um, I don't see it's all about playing in Champions League. I see it's about money, right? We're going to offer the most, and we're probably paying more than United because Spurs are moving different. But we will see. We will see. Cookie saying, Razzle, yeah, just roasting, isn't it, mate? Be careful out there. It is roasting. Hottest day of the year, hottest day of any year today. So take it easy out there, guys. Last night was a struggle to sleep. I even watched the Scotland game because I just couldn't sleep. Razzle said the Lewis family sold £350 million worth of art. I wonder what is funding all of these signings. It could possibly be that. It could possibly be that, right? Listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I want to see my team, the team that I love, the team that we all love. I want to see us go out there and really flex our muscles in the transfer market. Doesn't mean we're going to win things. No, of course it doesn't. But I want to see when we step out on the pitch next season, Premier League, and we're doing watch-alongs on the 2 marks. I want to see that team come up and be like, "Woof, that is a good team," and then look at the bench and be like, "Actually, it's a really strong bench as well." If we can do that, listen, I'm happy. And if De Zerbi gets backed, then De Zerbi can't complain if he fouls, right? For me, it's all about backing the manager, and it looks like the club are doing that, and it's not going to please every fan, but it is what it is. We will see where we are in the summer, at the end of the summer, and at the start of the season. Raz was saying, yeah, it's yeah, roasting hot cookies. Stay safe and hydrated. It is important, guys. Stay hydrated. Sheriff is in. Morning, Nigel. All in the chat. Sheriff, I'm blown away, mate. I am surprised 7 or 8 Amstels in last night that you are around this early, but big up to you, Sheriff. I hope you're well. Logan said good morning to Cookie, and Razzle saying good morning to Sheriff, as is Logan. Pete saying good morning to Sheriff as well. So, guys, what are we thinking about the signings? Listen, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm really excited about what we could be doing this summer. Logan has said, yeah, Nigel, I've been seeing in a few places that Fernandez wants United, but comes down to who offers the most money, which will be us, I reckon. And listen, for me, I haven't really got an issue. Yes, would I love every player that we signed to just want to play for Tottenham? But sometimes it is all about the money, right? And if we can flex our muscles and beat United to a signature of a player who actually wants to go there rather than us, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I don't know. We will see. Pete says on the footy, the proof of the pudding will be if Spurs can get the big signings over the line. Freebies are all well and good, but the fans deserve some big names too. Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. You know, like I say, getting free transfers in, and that's 3 of them I think we got now. Is it 3? 1, 2. I think it's 3. 3 free signings. Say that quickly. We've hardly spent any money. What, 52 million bringing in 4 players? Really smart business by Spurs. But now it's all about getting these big players in, getting the big signings, getting the marquee signings in. If we can do that right, then I think as a fan base, we got to be happy. At the moment, I'm going to call the window a 3 out of 10 because, yes, we've done deals, but we've done easy deals. Let's go and get the deals we need now, the really big ones. This will be what shows how good our window will be. Cookie saying, Sheriff, former head of technology, now head of Amstel. Absolutely. Razzle saying, can you get done for drunk driving in space? And Nazar, so, oh, wow. I mean, listen, it is what it is. It is what I'm just surprised Sheriff's up this early, to be honest. I really am. Cookie says, I don't want to see Richie or Swanky at Spurs, but I fear only one of these will be sold and we will get lumbered again. I think you're right, Cookie. I think one will go. I think one will go, definitely not both. I think De Zerbi's already come out and says he likes a bit of Solanke, doesn't he? So I think Solanke will be the one that stays. What I don't want to see Tottenham do is go out and blow 200-300 million on midfield and then have no money for a striker. right? We need to have money for a striker. So let's hope they got plans in place, because I don't want to see Richarlison. I don't want to see Solanke as our number one striker next season. I want to bring in a new guy who's going to head our team and hopefully score the goals to get us in and around if we make the right signings. European football, maybe even Champions League football if we buy right. And I was always one of these that said, look, I want to see this season, I want to see us challenge for Europe. I want to see us get into a European position, whether that's sixth or seventh. The moves it looks like we are starting to make in midfield makes me think, if we get these players and then get that left winger, get that striker, why can't we then challenge for a Champions League spot? Who knows? Listen, we will see. We're not going to know until the summer's over and the season's about to start and the window's shut. But right now, like I say, good start to the window, but we've got to continue it. And it's all about buying now for the midfield in the attack and getting the right players in. Mark Pitts is in saying that these Spurs are now going big to get the managers to players that he wants for his team. Yeah, listen, it looks like he's back in it looks like the club are backing the manager, right? We've got the manager in. He was a big name. We paid him a lot of money, apparently. So he's here. Now we're backing him. It looks like we're going to start to back him. Already brought his man Van Hecken in. It looks like, Romero's come out and said he wants to stay. I don't see any world in which Romero now stays. He will leave in the summer, 100%. De Zerbi will not bring his man in Van Heck and then say, actually, John, you can sit on the bench because I'm playing my captain, Romero. You just stay on the bench. Isn't happening. Van Heck will start and Romero will be sold, 100%. I'm categoric about that. But we will see. Big up to you, Mark. I hope you're well. Razzle saying, would you take Blobbery from Sunderland as a striker? I'm not sure, Razzle. I'm not sure. Exactly what Cookie says here. He's a handful. He is a handful, but does he score enough goals? That's my only concern with him. I like him. Like I say, he holds the ball up well, brings others into the game, and he's got an eye for a goal. But would he score enough? I'm not sure. I think he would cost us a lot of money as well. This is a problem. There's not a girth of strikers around, is there? There's not too many top class strikers. So we're either going to have to go big, get a middle of the road striker, or go somewhere obscure and scout a striker that we've never heard of that hopefully comes good. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Would I take Blobby? Blobby? Probably, but it wouldn't be my first choice, if I'm honest. But then asking me what my choice is, I'd say Vlahovic, another three. But I do worry about his pressing in a De Zerbi team. So we will see. Logan says, I'm going to be fuming if we still have Solanke and Richie next season. We need to replace both. Yeah, I got a feeling you're going to be semi-fuming, Logan. I do think Richarlison will go. But yeah, we will see. I think Solanke stays. Logan said, I'm with you, Cookie. Razzle saying, we need a pacey striker that can stretch teams. We really lack pace up top. We do. We do. It's going to be interesting to see where we go with the striker situation, because I do think we will buy a striker that presses from the front. I think that's the De Zerbi way. So I think we will buy a striker that presses. I don't see us buying a striker that isn't mobile. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do. I don't know what strikers are out there that play that kind of game. So we will see. We will see. Cookie says, that we do, Razzle. I've seen more pace from speed walkers than our front two. Yeah, they're not the quickest. They're not the quickest, are they? Rodney's in. Saying big up to all. Come on, you Spurs. Lange out. Get out. He's awful. He's got to go, but he is still here. Logan saying, would you take Garassi? I would. I would take Garassi. Another one. I like him as a striker. He's a good player. He scores goals. He's a bit streaky. He's not scored goals every club he's been at. And he is 20, I think he's 29, isn't he? But he has proved in the German league, he is someone who, if he starts scoring, he will continue. So I would take him. I would take him. Big, powerful striker, knows where the net is. So absolutely. Cookie says, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Help get Super Nige and Pure Coys out there on the march to 2K. Big up to you, Cookie. Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, it's hard, but it's fun, right? Back from holiday for 2 days, and listen, thanks to Cookie, I'm going live this morning. To be fair, because I wasn't gonna, but he's like, "Come on, you said on holiday, keep ticking it out." So, big up to you, Cookie. But yeah, any likes, any subs would be much appreciated. Razzle says we need the same bio as an Ollie Watkins in my eyes. Would we take Ollie Watkins, guys? Would you take Ollie Watkins in the chat? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Watkins is another one of them for me. He needs 3 or 4 chances to score one. Sometimes he looks really good. Other times you're just like, oh, that was almost like pub leagues finishing. But I get what you're saying, Michael. I do like him. I do like him. He is capable of scoring goals, and this is what I mean. And there's just not too many out and out goal scorers out there. Players that you just think, yes, yes, I would take him. But we will see. Razzle saying Ollie Watkins is too old now to worth it. Yep, absolutely, probably. I mean, what sort of striker are we going to go for? We're talking about strikers, and most of the strikers we are talking about are in their late 20s, early 30s, right? So I don't know what we're going to do. Do we go and hopefully, maybe, if we got a scout out there who's capable of going out and scouting a top striker that we've never heard of? Are we going to maybe wait until the World Cup's ended and still someone who's had a good World Cup? I don't know. We will see. But listen, striker is so important this season. Said it before. I said it a million times. We can go out and laden the team with stardust all over the place, but if we've not got someone to stick the ball in the back of the net, it means nothing. So the striker, for me, the striker department is massive, massive, and something we have to get right this summer. Big up to Andy. Andy's in said modernise. I'm waiting to be let down by Enoch. And big up everyone. Come on, you Spurs. Listen, I think we all are. I think we're all expecting Enoch to let us down. The hope is they won't this year, right? The hope is they won't. We will see. We will see. But I totally and utterly get you. Tate's in. Said, nice, good morning. Gotta go out, but put my like in lovely. Might be back. Gotta go for a paper. All good, Kate. Much love to you. Thanks for popping in and sticking that like in. Much appreciated. And yeah, keep hydrated out there. It is hot. It is hot. Epic's in. Saying Grassy is 30. He's just turned 30 though, hasn't he? I'm sure I read he was 29 a couple of weeks ago. So it's not far. But listen, again, he wouldn't be a striker for the long term, would he? Be a striker for a couple of years, maybe. But again, he is a striker I'd take, guys. Would you take him? Would you take him? I'm not sure. Logan says, I would have liked Martinez from Inter. We've been linked with him for years, haven't we? Never actually managed to get it over the line. But yeah, another one I take. He is someone I think will score goals in the Premier League. Cookie saying, get Harry back. He is mobile. Listen, I would love Harry Kane back at Tottenham. And yeah, there is a statement, but probably not going to happen. It would be nice though. Pete says, Cookie, probably incontinent too at his age. Listen, Harry Kane, probably the best striker in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. Isn't it good to see the World Cup games in the top players scoring the goals? Messi already has 5. Ronaldo got a couple. Mbappe, Haaland, both with 4 goals each. Harry Kane with a couple, should have had a third in the last game. But listen, it is what it is. Epic saying Harry won't come back. Spurs messed him about. Possibly. Listen, have we got the money for Harry Kane? You know, for me, if we really want him, go to Bayern Munich and say, there you go. There's 70 million. I know he's in his 30s, but we want Kane back. And see what they say if we were really serious. But listen, we will see. We will see whether Kane comes back or not, whether it's this season, maybe in the future. Razzle saying, I'm a big fan of Evan Nilsson. His pressing and hold up play is top notch and very underrated against his goal contribution. I really like Evan Nilsson. I liked him when he was at Porto. Was he at Porto? Um, Yeah, good player, scores goals, and yeah, I'm with you. His hold up play's good. His pressing is intense. Never seems to finish a game though for Bournemouth, which I find strange. But listen, good striker. Claire's in. Send morning nice. Good morning to you, Claire. I hope you are well and keeping safe out of the heat. Andy says the striker market is a bit thin. Come on, you Spurs. It is. It is. It is very thin in the striker department. Um, Big up. Yeah, I can't read your name out. 4445. It says sign Jackson. Wow, now there's a name, guys. Jackson, ex Chelsea. I'm taking it that's the one you mean, and not Michael Jackson. I mean, that would be a signing. I nearly did they, but I'm glad I didn't. For me, I just don't think he's prolific enough. Um, would I take Jackson? No, he wouldn't excite me, mate. But big up to you. Appreciate the comment. Smash a like, hit a subscribe if you haven't as well. Jackson, guys, would you take Jackson as the striker next season? I'm not even sure how much he'd cost. Probably around 50 million. Pete says, "Oh, I thought you meant Redknapp." Logan says, "Have we got a buyback clause for Harry Kane?" I'm not sure. I mean, we must put something in there, right? But I'm not sure. Cookie laughing at Pete. Cookie saying, Sheriff saying, "Yes, Logan, I believe we have." Well, I like that. If we have, go get him. Go get him. Absolutely, go and get it done. Cookie saying, "Sheriff, how's the Smith and Weston this morning? Fully loaded. I take it." Um, Logan said, "No, he's a flop to Jackson." Listen, I don't think he did great at Chelsea. Another striker that needs about 400 chances just to score one. So for me, it's a big no for Jackson. But he is a hard worker. He does press well. He holds the ball up pretty well as well. It's just in front of goal. He is erratic, I would say. Razzle said the only place Jackson scores is at White Hart Lane. Of course, he did score 4 against us in that memorable game under Ange, our first defeat. Drula's in. Send morning, Nigel, all in the chat. Good morning to you, Drula. I hope you are well. So for me, yeah, like I say, the striker department is the biggest one, the one we have to sort out the most. Yes, we need the midfielders, and hopefully Fernandez signs today or tomorrow. And that would be a statement signing, right? It would be a record transfer, £85 million, smashes our record transfer out of the water. What is it? Nearly £20 million more than Ndombele was. How much was Ndombele? 65, 69? Is not far off £20 million more than Ndombele. Hopefully he'd be a lot better than Ndombele as well. It would smash our transfer record out of the ground, and who knows, we could do it again, couldn't we? We could do it again with Tonali. So listen, lots to do. Midfield is taking shape if we get Fernandez, but we definitely need that left winger. We definitely need that striker. Those for me, two massive, important places to improve. And listen, I'm greedy. I'd still like another number 10. Not sure how Madison's going to do next season. Not sure how fit he's going to be. Obviously, we have Xavi out. So why not go and get another player that can maybe play in that number 10 position? We will see. Cheryl saying, of course, mate, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Absolutely. Logan says, we may as well keep Richie if that was the case. Yeah, listen, I get you. I think he is another Richarlison, isn't he? Cookie Sandrula. Absolutely. Pete Chambers saying only team's flop can be another team's superstar. Cough, Salah, cough. Absolutely. Listen, sometimes you're going to sign a player from a team that hasn't been great, right? And I'm not going to use Jackson because he is really bad. I say that now and we sign him and he scores 20 goals. But listen, we will see with Jackson. I don't think so. He's not for me. I wouldn't be happy if we signed him. Saying that, if we signed him and he scored 20 Premier League goals, I'd be delighted. Absolutely delighted. Drula says, Jackson, not for me. I don't think he's a Prem player. I'm with you, Drula. I agree. I don't think he's up to it in the Premier League. for sure. Logan saying that guy Ndombele stole a living at the club. He was a massive joke. He had potential but did not pursue it. You're right. You're absolutely right. And Drula saying big up to Cookie, Pete, and the sheriff. I'm with you on Dombelly, Logan. I think he come and listen, he had all the talent in the world, didn't he? Such a fantastic player with the ball, without the ball, definitely not. But such a skillful player. He could have been anything he wanted, but what he wanted was to eat McDonald's and Burger King. And I don't blame him because I love that stuff, but I'm not on 150 grand a week or whatever. If I was, I wouldn't be here. I'd be I don't know where I'd be. I'd be probably drinking coffee at a very expensive establishment, but here we go. Andy says, I don't want to hear we try. Well, we tried to get the players, but nothing. We have the money. Don't care if we get our pants pulled down. It happens with other teams. Absolutely 100%, Andy. I'm with you on this. I am not in for this. Oh, I don't buy him because he's too much. Oh, I don't care how much we spend on players. If we want them, if De Zerbi wants them, I don't care how much it costs Tottenham. Get them in. Get them in. I think we're saving money in other areas, right? We're saving money by not buying another keeper this summer. Vicario would go. We will get 15 to 20 million for him. That 15 to 20 million can go towards one of the players we might have to overspend for. But we all knew this, right? We all knew we'd have to overspend. It's what we all said. If we're a big club, we need to get the players in. We would have to overspend because we are Tottenham. We're not in the Champions League. You know, we're not dining at the top table. So we are going to have to pay over the odds for these players to get them to come to Spurs. I haven't got an issue with it. Um, we need to prove we're a big club now, and now's the time. This summer is the time to do it. Let's see what we can do. Razzle saying, who's your dream left winger, Nige? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This is it. We I'm not really overly keen on Savino. I'm going to be honest. Doesn't mean if he doesn't come on support him, I will. I think he'd do well at Tottenham, but he's not someone I'm like, oh yeah, I really want him. Left winger, I don't know. Obviously, I like the PSG left winger. I think he's fantastic. But if we're going for a left winger, I don't want Somerville. I don't want Somerville. He's not for me. Um, phew, phew. I don't know. I don't know, Raz. I'm gonna have to have a think about that and get back to you. Um, but yeah, just somebody better than what we got right now would be fantastic. Marshall's in. Big up, Marshall. Says Sal Solanke. Get Beyonce up top. I mean, listen, I wouldn't mind marking Beyonce. I know that would be an absolute joy. But yeah, Solanke needs to go. He's not going to go this summer. Epic says, agreed, Nige. Money better spent in other areas. Absolutely. And Logan says, to be a big club, you have to spend. You do, and you have to spend big. It's the nature of the world. Unless we've got a really good scouting system, which we haven't, we're going to need to go out and spend big. It is what it is. Razzle says, I think we are waiting for July the 1st for Savino to go through as it's gone so quiet. Yeah, I've heard this as well. The new financial year or something in football. I'm hearing that July the 1st, things are going to start moving quickly for different teams. So I'm saying I'm hearing, I read it on Twitter. I'm not no ITK. My English is so beautiful, isn't it? I'm not no ITK. Um, But yeah, we will see what happens on July the 1st. Cookie says it's all gone quiet on Sals, Vuskovic, Bergval, Vic, Romero, and so on. Get them gone and get the dough to add it into the art collection money. Absolutely. Listen, you look at those four players there, right? Romero, 50 million. Vicario, 20 million. That's 70. Vuskovic, best part of 50. I'm going to say 40 because I'm not going to be greedy. 40 and Bergval, 40 as well. There's 80. There's 150 million just with those four players. Get rid of those four. We could bring two or three players in with that money. Um, it's a no-brainer for me. Get it done. Get these players out. You can add to the list. Sai, you can add to the list. We'll probably get 20 million for him. Richarlison, you probably get 15 to 20 million. I think we get 20 million for Richarlison. You know, he's a Premier League goal scorer, 11 Premier League goals last season for Spurs. You know, that's got to be worth 20 million pounds to another Premier League side, right? So there's money there. We could get well over 200 million back in player sales this summer. And whereas I don't expect all of that to be chucked into bringing players in, we could certainly chuck another 100 million into it. There's no reason why we cannot get the players in we need, and be a real force next season. Now, again, if we were to go out and buy 10, 11, 12 players, is it going to happen overnight? Because we've got to blend those players into the team. We saw it with Liverpool last season, went big, bought 7 or 8 players in and went straight into the first team. Just didn't work for them. So it will take time, but I'm excited for what will happen this summer. Marshall says, my dream is Kenan Yildiz. Yeah, listen, I would love him. He would be my dream left winger. There's one. But I just don't see it happening. Just don't see it happening. But we will see. We will see. Sheriff said, never ever trust Enoch right now. We can't, right? We can't. And Epic saying we were spoilt with Sonny. We were. And I think for me, that's the kind of player that I want. A lot of people talking about wingers. For me, I don't want a winger. I want an inside forward, a left inside forward, someone who plays in between the box and the circle. You know, that can get in, can go left, can go right, can cut in, curl balls in. That's the kind of player that I want personally, because we need our wingers or our right and left players to be scoring 10, assisting 10, you know, and then it takes the pressure off the striker. Imagine if we had a left winger, a right winger who had 10 goals and 10 assists every season. That's 20, that's 40 GA right now. And then if we had a striker who got 15 goals and 5 assists, suddenly that's 60 GA for the season. That gets us in and around, I think, the Champions League spots. But listen, we will see. We will see what we bring in. The problem is, the likes of Kudus, where I love him, he's not the sort of player who's going to probably get you 10 goals and 10 assists. He might get you 8 or 9 assists if he's lucky, but he'll only get 3 or 4 goals. So for me, I don't know. It's a difficult one. Judah says, what's overspending? Sod that. Who cares? We need to start competing with the big dogs. Absolutely. I don't know why I said it like that, by the way. I agree 100%. Listen, we're fans at the end of the day, right? We don't care how much the team spends on the players. And, you know, we pay good money to go and watch Spurs. It costs a lot of money. So, you know, let's start putting the team on the pitch first. Let's start making us a real force. We have everything in place. We have the stadium. We're financially, we're sound. We have everything now ready to go. Let's go out there and do it, guys. 50 in the house, please smash a like, hit the subscribe if you haven't asked all show. But I would really appreciate a like. Let's get up to 50 likes. And if you haven't subbed, please sub to the channel. Chasing down 2K. My aim is to get there by the start of the season. It's a big ask because I'm about 350 away. But any help would be much appreciated. Gavin Young's in the house. Big up to you, Gavin. Saying Rashford would do a job for us. A striker is a massive must. Clear out the chaff. Listen, Rashford is appealing to me more and more by the day. He is that kind of player who plays in that sunny role, right? Plays on the left, but in between, you know, he's not hugging the touchline. He likes to come in and attack and cut in and shoot. My kind of player. I like Rashford. I would take him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Marshall says, can we buy Osherman or Yildiz with that money? Why not? Go for them. Go for them, right? Osherman's another one. He's not in it for the love of the game, right? He's not in it. And maybe I'm doing him a disservice. Maybe he is. But we know from the clubs that he's played for, he is all about the money. Now we can't afford to pay the sort of wages that Galatasaray pay, I don't think. But a nice big lumpy signing on fee. Why can't we get Osman in, be the face of our club? Be that player who's going to score us 20, 30 Premier League goals. Come in, we will pay you handsomely. We will make you a very rich man. Come in and do it for Tottenham. Why can't we do that? We can because the club are financially massive. Will we? We all know the answer to that, right? Razzle said, I'd love Osman at Spurs. I would as well. I would as well, Razzle. Epic said, I love a job in Spurs recruitment. Only have to buy two players a window and sell one or two. Yeah, it would be perfect, Epic, wouldn't it? Perfect. The greatest job in history. You wouldn't need to do anything all year. And then suddenly the summer comes around or January and it's like, oh, who should we go for? Who should we go? Hang on, let's just have a quick look at who's doing quite well at the moment. Who's been relegated? Oh yeah, he's their best player. We'll take him. It's kind of what Spurs do, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I wouldn't say, listen, great job. It's not difficult for me as a fan. Go out and get the players we need. But Spurs make hard work of it. Marshall says Antonio Nusa won't be that bad. Nusa's the guy that isn't he the guy that was going to Leicester and he had a failed medical, and I know we were interested in him as well. Is that all sorted out now? Is his medical record all good? Any injuries done? I don't know. I just recognise the name by being someone that we were really interested in, and he ended up nearly going to Leicester, but yeah, failed medical. Lee's in, big up Lee, said hello everyone, hello mate, I hope you're well. And he says everyone hit the like and subscribe button, absolutely, smash that like, hit that subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Razzle saying good morning to Lee, and Ghosted is in, big up Ghosted fella, hope you're well mate. Saying big up Nige. And Marshall says, and John Duran can also do a job for us. Um, I'm not sure about Duran, you know. He did really well. He had a good 6 month stint at Villa before he went to Saudi. And he looked to play all right, but I don't know. I haven't kept up with Saudi League. Is he doing well in the Saudi League? I'm not sure, you know. Players go to the Saudi League and score a lot of goals. I've heard Mitrovic banging in the goals in the Saudi League. Ivan Toney banging in the goals in the Saudi League. Not heard too much about John Duran. So, Marshall, if you've heard, mate, is he doing well in the Saudi League? For me, I've not heard. I'm not sure whether I take him, to be honest, because as much as I've just said about the money, pay him the money, and I don't care. Duran's a bit different for me because he was very young when he went there. Went for the money a bit too early for me. Gavin says I'd go all out for Ivan Toney. I wouldn't say no to Tony at all. Again, the only thing against Tony is his pressing, and De Zerbi likes strikers that press, but pure goal scoring. Love Tony. Absolutely love it. I loved him when he was at Peterborough. I thought he was a top striker. Joe Nags in saying, good morning, Nige. Good morning, room. If we are looking for a complete striker who will guarantee 20 plus goals and assists, then we have to put his heart and soul for our beloved club, Captain Kane. Listen, I think we'd all love Harry Kane back, wouldn't we? We would all love Harry Kane back. It's probably not going to happen, Jonag, but listen, we can dream, right? We can dream. Kane coming back, Fernandez coming in, Tonali coming in, a top left winger. Suddenly we are looking a different team, right? Jeremy, big up Jeremy, says, I think we get Tonali too. Bring Savinio and get Balogun from AC Milan as our next striker. A lot of people talking about Balogun. I've got to be honest, not seen too much of him. Don't know what he's done in Milan. Um, and he's done okay in the World Cup so far for America. Um, I'm not sure about him, guys. What about Balogun? Obviously, ex-Arsenal as well. Would he do a good job for Spurs? Possibly, possibly. He's the sort of player I think would rip it up in the Premier League. He's a bit older now, a bit more experienced. Was quite young when he was at Arsenal, so possibly he could be a name to look out for. Andy Bay says, I think Rashford would be trouble in the dressing room. Good player, but with attitude. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, imagine him and Jed Spence in the dressing room together. Wow. But listen, I wouldn't turn it down. I just seeing what Rashford is doing now, brilliant. Listen, for me, when he went to Villa, didn't do much, but Villa fans may tell you different. But for me, what he did at Barcelona, he looked a player, and already in the World Cup, he's looked good for England. So I wouldn't be against Rashford, but I get you, Andy. His attitude maybe is not the best, but who knows? We will see. Gavin Young says I wouldn't bet on getting him. No. Marshall says John shifted to Turkish league. Now he's in the Russian league. Can't keep up with it. He's in, and this is the problem I think for me with John Duran. So he's gone from now to the Turkish league and now in the Russian league. If he was that good, he wouldn't be farmed out to all these different leagues. So for me, on that, Marshall, I'm going to say no to Duran. He can stay where he is. Ghost is saying we are still the bookies' favourites to sign Tonali. Well, apparently, it's all happening, isn't it, in the next 24, 48 hours. This is when we are going to make the statement signings, right? It's going to be Fernandez, hopefully, today or tomorrow. Tonali, they're expecting, from what I'm reading, and this is only what I'm reading, they're expecting a here we go in the next 24 hours and it to be wrapped up over the weekend. How true it is, I don't know. I'm just reading Twitter the same as everyone else. But Tonali, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen this weekend. Epic says Kane has won so much since leaving. Levy really used him to expand the brand. Imagine what he would have won elsewhere. He must realise that now. Breaks my heart we didn't invest. Absolutely. We had the chance to build a team around Harry Kane and become one of the greatest in the land. And we never did. We never did. And listen, it's not only Kane, we had the chance with Bell, we had the chance with Modric, we had the chance with other players, and we never have. Um, is this going to be the start of something different? Probably not. But listen, we can only hope, right? We can only hope. Cookie said, let's get nice to 50 likes, everyone. If you haven't subbed, please do so. And if possible, share the stream on your socials. Absolutely, guys. Get out there, smash a like, hit the subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, share the show on the socials. Really would appreciate it. Marshall says he's really good, but is just looking for a huge amount of weekly wage. Fair enough. Um, yeah, not for me though. Pete Chambers said, I think the Tonali signing is kaput. Reckon he will stay at Newcastle for another season. Spurs should have wrapped this up a long time before now. Mate, this is what we do. This is what we do, Pete. We take our time. This is really quick for Tonali, to be honest with you. Usually we take a whole summer only to be let down right at the end. So, listen, if we find out within the next couple of days, that's pretty good. We're not even in July, we've been turned down. So I'm fine. I'm just fine. Ghosted says, Pete, the bookies are really wrong, mate. They are 1-6 to sign him, and the closest competitor is City, 15-8. I think we can all put to bed the fact that City are not going to go for him, right? Tonali is not going to. I mean, from what I'm reading, City are going all out for and his name's gone out of my head. The Forest midfielder, the England midfielder. They're going all out for him. They're talking about 150 million pounds, 150 million euros for him. I don't see them going for Tonali as well. I think he's going to. I think if he goes anywhere, it will be Spurs. But you could be right, Pete. He could stay at Newcastle for another season. Rabbit Man Jensen, just want to say hi. Big up to you, mate. Hi back. And if you haven't, please smash a like, hit the subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. Elliot Anderson, big up Rabbit Man. That's the one. It's amazing, isn't it? You can know the player, you can see him. But as soon as you go to say his name when you're on a live stream, totally goes out your head. Don't know where it went. It's somewhere in the atmosphere up here. But Elliot Anderson, yeah, top player. And Jonag saying it as well. Big up to you guys. Thanks for the help now. Peter saying we will see ghosts. Hope I am. But Eze was odds on before to join Spurs, mate. He was, but the difference is Arsenal. He wanted to go to Arsenal, and Arsenal were not interested until the last minute, and then thought actually we'll have him. Which is weird because he's hardly played, has he? Really, not played many games for Arsenal. If he had come to Spurs, Eze would have been the main man. We would have we would have hopefully built a side around that kind of player. It is what it is. He's rotting at Arsenal now, and it's good to see. It is good to see. Ghost is saying it's more than odds on at the moment, mate. So we'll see what happens. That's all we can do. That's all we can do is see what happens. Rabbit Man saying, I wish we went for Liao. I mean, has he gone? Has he gone somewhere yet? Is another player we could go for? Again, another player for me that on his day looks amazing, but also gets lost in games. Um, for me, we need someone who's going to be consistently good, and not a player that's brilliant one game and terrible the next. But listen, listen, we will see what happens. Pete Chambers saying the other thing is after Tonali said he's waiting for Arsenal, I tell him to F off. Again, how true this is, mate, we don't know, right? This is all it's all rumours. It could all be bollocks, right? We don't know. We don't know. Rabbit Man says would love to see Robert Lewandowski as a backup. I'd love to see him as our number one striker, mate. I think he would do brilliant in the Premier League. I know, what is he now? 37, 36, 37. Still an absolutely fantastic striker. I would bite your hand off for Lewandowski for a couple of seasons at Tottenham. I really would. Good shout. And I think he's on a free as well, isn't he? Not sure, but I think he's on a free. F Sank's in. Big up to you, mate. Says, good morning, Nige. Great that you're back and hope that you had a blast in Alba Fiore. We had a great time. Had a great time there, mate. Thank you so much for asking. And yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back, though. It could do with cooling down a little bit. It is very, very hot. Ghost SMP, who wouldn't want to join Arsenal over Spurs at the moment? Absolutely bang on. You know, going for the title, playing in Champions League finals, or join 17th place Tottenham. Plucky little Spurs. This is what we have to change, right? This is what we have to change. Ghost is saying, as long as he's not an Arse fan, I wouldn't care less, to be honest. Absolutely. Cookie saying 7 more likes, please. Thumbs up, or come on. 7 more likes to get to 50. Really would appreciate it. We can get to 50 in the next 5 minutes when I stop. That would be much appreciated. Pete Chambers says, I'm more of a boob man myself, Ghost. Absolutely, me too. I've just realised I've set this up this morning. I haven't put any hashtags on anything. I haven't done any, literally set it up in bed last night and forgot to do all that this morning. So I'm going to have to do that afterwards. There you go. Bit late now, but it is what it is. Ghost is saying you're defo and arse, Pete. Rabbit Man saying, heard Mikey Moore off to West Ham. Yeah, apparently this is part of the deal, guys. I forgot to mention this. Mikey Moore could be part of the deal to go to West Ham on loan to get Fernandez in. What do we make of this? Would this be a good thing? Would the West Ham fans accept a Spurs youngster coming in and playing on loan? Don't know. I think it could be a really good move for Mikey Moore, actually. Staying in London, playing championship football, probably playing week in, week out, because you would think Somerville's going to go. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys, and let Cookie and Sheriff know your thoughts on it on their show coming up in the next 5 minutes. Pete said, my feelings are hurt, Ghost. Absolutely. Cookie said, now don't forget, you can buy Nigel coffee. Absolutely. You can buy me a coffee if you really want to. I wouldn't say no at all. Obviously, I have my do flange. That is a new word on holiday. I have my do flange in the corner now. And the link is pinned at the top of the chat for buy me a coffee. Rabbit Man says, if I was Spurs, I'd be raiding the Japanese national team, pure quality. You ask Cookie about Japan. He has gone for them as dark horses for the World Cup. They look like a really, really good side. I wouldn't be against signing a Japanese player or a South Korean player, to be honest. I think, after we've had Son, we've got a few we've got Takai, haven't we, as well? Not really seen him, but listen, I wouldn't be against it at all. Gavin says Solanke is a pressing forward, but we didn't have anybody to get the ball into the box, and our passing in the last few seasons has been diabolical, absolutely. And maybe Solanke will thrive under De Zerbi. Who knows? For me, he needs to get in the box more. He spends too much time out of it and is not in the box enough. Kate's back. Big up, Kate. You made it back from your paper. Hope it was nice out there. It is a beautiful day here in the West Country. Kate says, Drooler, Lily White, good morning, lovely lady. Hope you're coping with this weather. It is hot, isn't it? And it's going to be the hottest day in many years today. Ghost is saying, as long as he's going to play, I don't see a problem with it. Don't send him now to sit on the bench. Absolutely. I agree with you there, Ghosted. And Rabbit Man says, me personally, I'd sell Luca and Bergvall. I wouldn't be against sending either of them, to be honest. And he says, off to bed. Got work. Big up to you, Rabbit Man. Thanks for coming in, mate. I really do appreciate it. And Ghost is saying, it doesn't look like we're going for players out of the Prem this summer. No, we are going for a lot of Premier League players. How many players have we signed? So we signed 4, and all of them are Premier League footballers, right? So, and if we get Fernandez, that'd be 5. If we get Tonali, that'd be 6. Absolutely bang on, Ghosted. Never looked at it like that, but it looks like we are going for Prem proven players this summer, and I am here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Kate says, Lange, the wet lettuce, get out of this club, you absolute W. Agreed. Again, agree with you. Cannot disagree. Big up to you, Kate. Guys, I am going to leave it now. I am so hot. But stay tuned. 2 marks are on in just a minute. Get over to them, smash a like, hit the subscribe button for them too. If you haven't liked my show, please like it on the way out. Please subscribe. Really would appreciate it. I will see you on the next stream. I'm going to try and be a lot more regular now. But guys, have a great day. As I've said, stay safe, hydrate, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, guys, and come on, you Spurs.